Insights with Mark Haan. Welcome, Mark Haan, everybody, to Inebriated Insights.
Hey, welcome to Inebriated Insights, everybody, the show where we drink away our depression over the news. My name is Mark Haan. I am joined by very talented comedian, roast battle champion, Burger King enthusiast, Frank Castillo. How's it going, Frank?
Hello, good to be here.
Hey, good to have you.
And his wife's arm over on the side there.
Child actor.
Yeah.
Oh, Hannah's here. We have famed child actor and Elijah Wood nemesis, Jett Kaufman.
What's up, everyone? Happy to be here.
Are you Elijah Wood's
not that
nemesis?
happy. I have decided I am. Yeah, we were up for the same role in Back to the Future 2. He got it, and you see where it took his career. You see where it took my career, and that was it.
Wait, who the hell was Elijah Wood in Back to the Future 2? I just watched that.
He was one of the two kids in the 80s cafe.
Oh, no way, that's right.
Playing the shooter.
Yeah, that's a baby's game.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right.
That was his and my line.
Oh man, I'm sorry about that, man. You would have looked really cool with that weird fucking hat on and that vest on. Yeah.
Hey, but it means you got the chops. I mean, that's badass.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I should wear that as my Halloween costume.
Yeah.
In another lifetime, you could have been Elijah Wood.
That's right. Yeah. And that's what I'm going to go with.
Start calling you...
Also joining us for the first time, a very talented actor, former poli-sci major, Josh Jerome. Welcome.
Thank you. Truly honored to be here. And thanks to Dave. I mean, literally, I was just watering the plants this weekend, and it was like something out of Home Improvement, right?
Yep.
Because here we are, neighbors, talking, and, social distance, of course.
Yeah.
And, so thanks for inviting me.
Wait, you guys are neighbors?
Fuck yeah, man.
Great to have you.
Yeah, no, we got...
what's it like being neighbors? With,
and which one's the Wilson?
Oh, well, I guess Josh was the one who was poking his head over just like right above his... It was like this. It was like that. So, but no, he
Why
has
did you bring the portable fence for this show?
Got it.
Should have put that up. Yeah.
So, but they got this amazing like garden over there, and it's all like pouring over into my yard, and I love it. So there's like a huge cucumber and a squash and shit hanging over the fence there.
Yeah,
so.
big cucumbers, dog.
Big old cucumbers. So
big old cucumbers. As always, we are joined by my producer, Dave, Queer Eye for the Security Guy.
That's right, Queer Eye for the Security Guy. I guess I dress nice.
Wait, what?
Or I'm gay? I don't know. Man,
that's hilarious.
You're highly secure in your sexuality.
What was that?
There's a lot to unpack there, but unfortunately we need to get into our first segment. And
all right.
What is our drinking word for tonight, Dave?
Well, we got anything vote. Voting, voters' right, anything with the word vote in it, and that's what we're drinking. So,
evangelical voters,
dedicated to the late John Lewis.
There you go. Always fighting for rights. We're gonna drink before we start off.
Is that the boxer?
No, the politician.
I know.
You do a good straight man, Frank.
Yeah, it's my thing.
Yep.
According to sources involved in a WhatsApp text thread with Waluigi cosplayer Jared Kushner and other members of the coronavirus task force, Kushner and his team had plans to establish, appreciate that, Frank, Kushner had plans to establish a federally led testing and contact tracing program. However, when one of Kushner's close friends pointed out that the virus outbreaks were mostly in states with Democratic governors and Democratic mayors, the task force scrapped the national testing program, believing it was more politically advantageous to simply blame the outbreak on blue state governors like Andrew Cuomo and Phil Murphy. Not only was this one of the most vile and craven acts the Trump administration has ever committed, it was also short-sighted and politically damaging. Since outbreaks have sprung up in states led by Republican governors, Biden has not trailed in a poll in Florida and Arizona, and is within striking distance in Texas, Georgia, Iowa, and Ohio. Frank, I don't really have a question here so much as, can you opine on how absolutely fucking stupid these people are?
Well, it was definitely like, it definitely felt like the part in the movie where they were like, well, you know, this virus is getting crazy, but we could take out a few of our enemies, and then we could control it. And then it just went wild, and they're like, oh, this was a bad idea. So this is the part in the movie where we're all, you know, about to get eaten by all of the zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talk. Like. I feel like I talk every week about how the entire Trump administration are cartoon villains, and like this is it yet again. It's the most transparent thing imaginable. That it absolutely is like, oh wait, our enemies are more likely to die. Fuck them. We don't need to worry about the program. That's been their entire policy all along. Is basically whoever doesn't matter to them is expendable, but they're so incredibly obvious about it that even Republicans are noticing it and going, hold up a second, that's a little bit much.
Well, the crazy thing is that the people who are getting affected the most is like Trump's base. It's like his constituents, people who are voting for him, and it's really fucking him over. Like I said in the very beginning of this whole thing, like
voting.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. That's why we got Josh on, guys.
Keeping us honest.
Yeah. So yeah, because of all this, they're going to lose all their. He's going to lose all his votes. There it is.
Yeah.
And Trump's just not going to have enough votes when it comes November.
I don't know if that comes up later on, but because it's such a topic. But you know, of course, he pulled back on his anti-mail-in voting stance for Florida.
Oh, he said voting.
Yep.
Just for Florida, though.
For Florida specifically, claiming, oh, they've got their shit together because he's desperate for the votes there.
Well,
okay, y'all. Wow. I'm killing the vibe. I have to re-up. I didn't know it was going to be this intense. So,
yeah.
Please give me a second.
It's all right.
Absolutely. I can talk a lot.
I should have got you some beers, man.
Do your thing, Josh.
I'm drinking bourbon.
That's too much.
Oh,
trash.
Oh, you are going to be so in trouble at the end of this. Right. Yeah, you can feel free to pace yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's so desperate, knowing that he's so down in the polls there, that he again, transparently, he's desperate to not lose his constituents in Florida. So it's a perfect example yet again of. His practices are constantly burning his supporters. They always have been, but now it's to the point where his supporters are actually unable to ignore it.
But here's the thing about Nevada, though. Like, they're suing fucking Nevada. Like, give me a goddamn break for mail-in voting. Like, this is something that's been around ever since I could vote. I voted by mail. Like, it's not anything new.
Well, since the Civil War.
That's fucking bullshit, man. Like, why is he fighting this right now? It just blows my mind. So,
well, because he thinks that it's going to disproportionately affect the Democrats, because the Democrats are the ones who are the most afraid of the virus. Therefore, he feels they're the most likely to stay home, which is to some degree true. Like I was hearing from, I think it's from maybe someone from 538 was agreeing with the vague possibility that we may see, based purely on numbers the day of the election, we could see him quote unquote win, or at least have the lead, until all of the mail-in votes are counted.
See, that's the thing,
because the Republicans are more likely to show up and not be afraid of the virus.
See, I always kind of felt like screwed out of my vote. Not really screwed, but like as soon like they call stuff for California before they even count the mail-in votes. It's like, because there's so many damn people here, like they don't count the mail-in votes till like the day after, and then like I was like, well, did my vote even count? I even called.
Poor Josh.
Let's go. Is he still trying to get?
Oh, there
that's
it is. Good shit too. Yeah.
There you go. That is a healthy.
That's like I put water.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Oh, good. Yeah.
That's like 4 fingers right there.
Yeah, you're supposed to do that anyway. So yeah.
Oh, very nice.
But
very nice.
I want to bring it back to Kushner for a second, because we are going to talk about mail-in voting later. Are you guys surprised that there was a national testing system ready to be put in place?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, like I'm surprised there was any level of organization enough to actually have a national testing program. In fact, part of me wonders if they actually believed that this insane bullshit idea of being willing to let Democrats die was actually somehow better than admitting they had no plan. I would not put it past them that they actually thought that was better than the truth that they had absolutely no testing program, because I'm shocked that they would have one.
Well, that's also what we've come to expect from the Trump administration. It's bluster. It's let's see how much we can slip past it. And to your point earlier, Dave, the fact that so many of these people who are supporting Trump don't even realize that he's not with them, right? And yet, here they are, fervently supporting him. And so I think what it comes down to truly is just a sense that people really need to be more prepared to see through the bullshit, to see through the bluster, and to know that this guy he's not with them. He's not with them, and all that he does is try to make you think of something else. So the fact that he can kill his enemies, somehow that's supposed to relieve me of the burdens of not knowing how I'm going to make ends meet, or that's going to relieve me from the fact that people all around me are dying. I mean, I don't know if you saw that lady. I'm blanking on her last name. Her husband passed away as a result of the COVID-19, and now she's saying these people are going to have to deal with the consequences of their ineptitude.
Mm-hmm.
It's really...
Fear you, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right. I guess
I'm a little buzzed already.
You guys ready to check?
I'm shocked.
Oh, I can tell you haven't been pacing yourself.
It sounded like you were making like the world's largest bong out of like fucking an erector set or something like that, with like power drills.
Yeah.
Tin foil, an erector set, an apple, and a pineapple.
I hit the mute button.
Why
And I was
Dave
like, "Can
had
you
to
still
mute
hear me?"
you.
And I was just,
Yeah, it's just like.
I don't think you actually hit it.
This eloquent answer. And you're
I'm
just
drunk.
smoking
I'm
a
sorry.
shit ton of weed.
I rambled.
No, I was good.
No, that wasn't rambling at all.
That's all we
yeah,
do
you
on
should-
this
All right,
show is
let's
ramble.
go.
Wait, tell me at the end, and it's just nonstop.
Who should
incoherent.
fuck off? Yeah, he's just like,
No, y'all are cool. This
Chug
is
time.
quite groovy.
Oh, chug time. Here we go.
Next segment. Donald Trump this week
All right.
tweeted that he would sue the state of Nevada because their state legislator passed a bill which would send mail-in votes to every Nevada. Trump called the bill an illegal late-night coup, meaning that the bill passed with majorities in the state House and Senate and then was signed into law by the governor as prescribed by the Constitution. Republicans and Democrats have both become concerned over Trump's attack on vote-by-mail initiatives. Its newly appointed GOP megadonor Louis DeJoy took over the post office and prevented employees from working overtime, which has led to weeks-long delays in mail delivery in some states, 3 weeks in Pennsylvania, for instance. In 34 states, ballots must be counted. They must arrive by Election Day to be counted. Josh, what should members of Congress and state secretaries of state do to try to ensure a fair election?
Man. Let's just start by saying that voting
Yeah, there it is.
is a very important part of what makes us us. I mean, the peaceful transfer of power. That's foundational, right? That's what we're about. And so the fact that now we're in a place where the president is calling voting.
Voting. There you go. There it is.
In the question in such a dangerous way, truly dangerous, right? Because what it does is it totally undermines the entire thing, and his supporters. And I don't want to pull a Hillary, right? Like I don't want to alienate anybody or marginalize or say deplorables, but let's be real. I mean, we see what's going on, man. This fucking guy is. Are we allowed to swear?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, here's Frank smoking the world's largest bong.
I think that's legal now.
Yeah, it's all right.
Hey,
Josh,
one of the reasons I moved out here.
you're on point, man.
Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy. It's like this fucking guy is it's dangerous because we're already so divided, right? We're already in a place where we can't agree on anything. We don't know what the facts are. And those of us who know what the facts are can't get across to the folks who don't know what the facts are because
Exactly.
they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. So what we got to do is, we got to get everybody on the same page. And I wish I had something more concrete when it comes to voting.
There it is.
Well, they are trying to include it in the coronavirus relief package that they've been debating way past the deadline, which was July 31st, and they've demanded to meet with the Postmaster General and talk to him about it. Initially,
can we trust him? Can we trust this guy?
What's that? No,
can we trust
not
the
at all.
Postmaster
In
General?
fact, he has stock. No, he has stock in. He owns part of DHL, so he's trying to defund the post office as a way to boost his own business.
Yeah,
which
fucking
there's
criminal,
nothing more
man.
Trumpian than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screw over the small guys to get big business better. So.
But I mean, have you tried DHL?
No.
It's actually not too bad. It's pretty solid cert now.
I can't even
I'm a
remember the
Golden
last time.
State overnight guy.
I mean, first of all, their colors are like mustard and ketchup. No, you can't trust anybody like that. It's fucked up, man. I can't
Well,
even
didn't
remember.
Beyonce
What was that?
throw out Beyonce's clothing line, which I don't know if anybody pays attention to that kind of thing, but apparently it's that same color scheme, that mustard.
Like
And yeah, it's
Ronald
I don't know.
McDonald
It's like-
colors?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like it's in vogue, I guess.
Wow. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I got a DHL package, so I think they're kind of on the outs as well. So.
I got one this week.
Oh well, never mind then.
Yeah.
All my shit.
I don't even remember what it was, but it came via DHL.
All my shit comes through Amazon. I don't know. I got a fucking microwave 2 days ago or yesterday. It's just like, yeah, it's a microwave. Whatever. I got a hot
Wait,
tub.
did you order a microwave? Or
Yeah, I
did you
ordered a
show up?
microwave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I ordered a hot tub once. They just delivered a hot tub. It's Amazon. Like, why not? So, yeah.
You know, it's crazy. We live next door to each other, and I have no idea who you. Like, I have nothing. I have no clue, right? So this is.
Yeah, you don't know who I am.
No, you don't.
Oh, yeah. Very extensive life here.
So Jett,
Yeah.
do you think there's any way that Schumer and Pelosi can like grab the postmaster by the balls and make him do his job, get some funding for the post office?
No. I'll just say no. I mean, at this point, I don't think we're going to get anything done until we get him out of office, period. It's that straightforward. I think he has stacked the deck so dramatically in favor of completely inept or corrupt or compromised people that we have this amazing system of checks and balances that is at least doing a decent job of keeping a lot of the worst stuff from happening that has been constantly proposed. But one thing that Trump is exceptionally good at, and legitimately, it's like one of the rare cases where I think he has some almost genius level skills, is he is better than the government at loopholes. He's better at finding because his entire life is business, and all giant, incredibly mega money business is finding ways around spending money, or finding ways around regulations or rules or limits or allies, etc. So it's one thing he's very good at is he keeps finding clever ways to get away with things. There was some positions he wasn't able to appoint, so he appointed positions that were named similarly to the positions and had the same job, but technically they weren't the same job because he's not allowed to appoint that job. He does all this weird shit like that. And so his entire administration, until we can actually get rid of them, we're not going to do anything to stop them.
Yeah.
Until these people are voted out, we're not going to get anywhere other than the best we can possibly do is keep things from getting worse.
Right.
So is that the most important thing? Is that the most important thing with regard to the 2020 election? Is Trump out of office, or do we need to think about what's happening with?
Yeah. Sorry.
What's happening with the Biden administration or potential Biden administration, and who his VP pick is going to be, right? I mean, is that?
Sadly, the most important thing is getting rid of Trump and taking back the Senate.
Flipping the Senate, keeping the House.
I would love to be in a normal election cycle where we could afford to care a lot more about the VP pick and everything that Biden's got planned, because we should. We absolutely should. It should be a priority for us to be able to actually compare our options, look at every detail, and go, yeah, this is this is the president and this is the vice president that I want in office. At this point, he could pick a toaster as his running mate, and it would guarantee to be still a better option.
Yeah, little toaster for VP, man. I'm kind of leaning on Tammy Duckworth right now. I don't know. She's just she's a firecracker, man.
Crushing on Duckworth?
Oh, I'm totally crushing on Duckworth, man. She's got some fire in her.
Super lady.
Yeah, she's fucking she just doesn't take shit from anybody. So, but I said this before and I'll say it again. Anybody who Biden picks is going to be president in 2 years. So it's like
Duckworth was born in Thailand, so she wouldn't be qualified, correct?
Oh yeah, well, could she still be VP or could she not?
I would assume not, because you have to your direct line of succession.
That's right. I forgot about that. Unless we want to pull the
Did not know that.
The Demolition Man constitutional amendment, which allows
the 3 shells rule.
Oh, not the 3 shells, but Arnold Schwarzenegger to be president. So.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you never watched Demolition Man? Like when Sandra Bullock was talking to Sylvester Stallone, is like, oh, President Schwarzenegger became president because of the 32nd Amendment or something like that. So.
And that was pre-governor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Like, oh shit.
That's extra hilarious. I didn't realize that they predicted that path.
Yeah.
Okay.
So was he like in the line of succession, or was there specifically an amendment that was like bodybuilder Arnold Schwarzenegger gets elected if this happens?
No, it's just the overturn that people have to be natural-born U.S. citizens to become president. There's certain terms, like you have to be 35, you have to be born in the U.S.
And it was also probably like in that storyline, It was like when the big earthquake hit, so I'm sure a bunch of people died.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like,
people got desperate.
Yeah, that's how the city of San Angeles came about, and then everybody started to eat at Taco Bell.
And it's crazy, given having lived through Governor Schwarzenegger, watching him now and the way he constantly is taking down Trump so beautifully online, taking down the anti-maskers, taking down the Nazis and KKK members and everything else. Like, despite having lived through him as governor, that's how bad things are, that I would be right back to going, fuck it, I would take him as president.
Yeah. Totally.
He seems like the far more rational, intelligent, thoughtful person than anybody we've had in a while.
Nah, man, Skynet, dog.
Yeah, but
he'd take it down.
Yeah,
he's the Terminator.
Yeah, he could take it
turned.
Hopefully.
On that note, well, we're gonna go ahead and move on. So let's chug.
Just gonna chug.
I'm gonna do a ball.
The Trump campaign pulled all of its ads from the air in order to review their strategy. This week they began airing ads depicting Biden as a, quote, puppet of the left, saying that he wants to raise everyone's taxes, defund the police, and provide a pathway to citizenship for immigrants. 2 of those things are lies. However, what's surprising is that these ads will initially only run in states that vote early before being rolled out elsewhere, and there are also reports that the Trump campaign is pulling resources from Michigan because they don't believe they can win there. Jett, the Trump campaign has far more cash on hand than any presidential candidate in history, so why are they pinching pennies all of a sudden?
Well, if they spend all the campaign cash now, he can't steal it later.
That was my thought.
I'm only half joking there, because of course we know he doesn't mind stealing from charities. He doesn't mind, taking money from anywhere he can get it. Doesn't matter what the law is. So legitimately, I believe he assumes that any money he doesn't spend in the election is his to keep. I don't think that's the entire rationale behind it. They are clearly desperate right now. They clearly know that they're losing, and they're trying to shift the strategy every way they can. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, as incredibly bad at business as he is, he's still capable of understanding the idea of not spending money you don't have to spend. And of course, he's a Scrooge McDuck. He'll hoard everything he can if he can hoard it. So yeah, I also assume he's fired enough incompetent campaign managers that he may have accidentally stumbled upon someone at least mildly competent for once. clearly the strategy is changing, and that's the first time we've seen in a while. There's all these attempts to shift message, to suddenly support wearing masks, to suddenly approach things in a slightly different way in hope of changing it up. So clearly someone is in there now who has convinced him. Plus, he's probably reached the point where the polls are so unignorable even to him that he can finally admit to himself he's losing and has to do something. So I assume it's mostly just a strategy shift. It's funny because, again, the strategy is not a particularly good one. Like, the idea that Biden is a puppet of the left, it's like, what kind of an insult is that? He is the left. He represents the left. They're lockstep with each other because he's the left's candidate. It's not puppetry. It's like the left voted for the guy who represented the left.
He's rooting for the Democrats.
That's not puppetry. Like, that's exactly what a person in a political party does, is they represent the political party. So that alone is just a ridiculous thing to complain about. And then, of course, hey, as you point out, he's been very clear about whose taxes he wants to raise. Of course, as the Democrats usually are. He's been very clear over and over again, clarified he's not, as much as it disappoints many of us on the left, he's not for defunding the police. Of course, he does want to provide a pathway to citizenship for the immigrants. That's the only thing they've got him on, quote unquote, got him on.
But even then, that's not a bad thing. You know what I mean?
No!
Like, it's like, yeah, that's how it
Right.
should be.
Yeah, providing the American dream for something that the country was founded on, immigrants.
And classically, that's often been a conservative Republican ideal, the idea of having a pathway to citizenship, of taking the best of the best from around the world and giving the opportunity to come here and bolster the American dream and live the American dream. Like, that pathway to citizenship is as American as anything. It is the most American thing there is. That's everything we started with.
Well, it's more about their American dream is xenophobia and racism. So they're like, anybody who's not like Canadian or from England, like, you got to change your accent and then you can be a U.S. citizen because they're fucking racist. But anyway.
Josh, I'm gonna go to you here. Do you think there's any benefit to tying Biden to people like AOC for Republicans?
Listen, we just got to be honest with who we are, right? Like, we're always hiding behind, we're hiding behind the theater of politics. And, like, that's something, and, you know, this is probably, like, a thing that might get me in trouble, right? But, like,
nobody's watching this show, Josh. Don't worry about it.
but here's the thing.
Except
like,
all the casting directors.
Yes. No.
Dude, I don't know, man. Well, okay, we don't have time.
No, I want to talk about it now. No, it's all right.
We're getting into it.
Yeah, we're getting down and gritty. There it is. Drinking. Let's hear it. Speak it.
I love Barack Obama, but I think in some ways it was a desire to. He wanted to unite the Republicans and the Democrats. He wanted to make that happen.
Yes.
But unfortunately, it just wasn't going to happen. And so, did we actually end up wasting a lot more energy and a lot more time trying to be diplomatic than just going for it and doing exactly what we knew we had to do.
Yep.
Right. So it's hard, right? Because you can't just write people off. You can't do it, right? Like, morally, you can't do that.
Well, I totally agree, man. Because, like, Obama was all about, like, I'm going to try to appeal to everyone and to include everybody, which was the right thing to do. But unfortunately, the people who opposed him were never going to be on board with him. It didn't matter what he did. It didn't matter if he even said...
Well, Mitch McConnell said that his proudest moment was telling him that he wouldn't do his job again until he was gone.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit, man. It didn't get... They didn't care. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous. And instead of playing, hey, we're going to go ahead and try to appeal to the people on the right, just the next president who comes in, Biden who comes in, should just say, you guys had your chance, you royally fucked up, we're going to do it this way now. If you don't like it, you can vote in 4 years, but we're going to take over and we're going to do this shit the right way. So, I don't know. Biden's not even that far left-leaning. Like, he's, like, in the whole scheme of politics, he's actually where conservatives are supposed to be. Like, everyone who's conservative now is a far-right extremist. Biden is a Republican, and then people like Klobuchar and Buttigieg are like centrists, and then people like Bernie and AOC, they're not even far left, they're just left. Far left is like actual people who want democratic socialism in this country.
Well, they're just plain socialism is far left.
But people got to remove socialism and communism from democratic socialism. It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
It's democratic socialism is like Denmark and Sweden and Germany. Like, these places are democratic socialists. These are not bad places. These are just people. These are countries who you can elect their officials, and then they can go ahead and they can do what's best for the people. And yes, their taxes might be a little bit higher, but they provide a lot more services for the people so that everybody's better off. It's not this whole throw you in the goddamn deep end, hopefully the sharks don't get you, and the person who has the biggest boat wins. It's just like, it's fucking nuts. But anyways, that's my rant for tonight. I'm going to drink.
Well, let's move on to the rants then. Let's go to who should fuck off.
Who should fuck off?
Everybody chug.
Oh, yes. Oh, I don't have my music up. All
right, Frank, we're going to go to you because otherwise you're going to get even higher.
Definitely Congress, because it's
all of Congress.
Because they haven't, as a person that's, I was talking to someone else about this, like I work at a comedy club, so that being shut down because of Corona, like, I was there and I watched the city, like, not give them the correct way to, like, operate and stuff, so, like, they're constantly always getting shut down on the day-to-day. And then also to not be able to tour and do stand-up. It's crazy to see both sides of it, to where it's like, oh, you can't make money on either side, doing the thing I like doing and then doing my regular job. So to see Congress, like, back and forth argue how to cut this deal and stuff, it's kind of like, well, there's people worse off than me that are, like, absolutely struggling. It's so insane to me they could just play such politics with literally people's livelihood. They're just taking their sweet time. It's crazy, yeah. So they could all fuck off.
Exactly.
They don't care. They don't care. They don't care about the people. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're all right, man. So I was gonna say is that, like, there are people who are hurting really bad right now. How I'm hurting, and this is not even. This is just more of me being stupid, but I can't buy the right toilet paper, so my whole house is clogged, and I've been shitting in a plastic bag for the last 2 days because I have my toilets don't work right now because I have to buy toilet paper that's like paper towels, basically. That don't
your next door neighbor is just loving this news.
Okay, good. Hey, you know what's going on, though.
Come on over. No, please. Come on over, man.
Yo, that's friendship, bro.
Oh, it's all right. I am not going to take a dump in your house, man. Like, there's no way.
That's never smelled or seen you shit. Like, if you knew how I shit, you'd be like, you can never come over to my house. You can't even shit
Were y'all roommates at some point? Did y'all live together?
No. Nobody's lived together here. No, I've gotten pretty good at shitting in a plastic bag. You can wrap it around.
What I look like.
Oh, humble brag right there.
No, I want to put this on my resume. Like, you wrap it around the toilet seat, the handles. You gotta get one of those sturdy ones. Like the ones that cost 10 cents at Sprouts. Those types.
Hold on, let me take notes.
Yeah, no, you do it. You wrap it around. You make sure your wiener flops over the side of the bag so it actually pees in the toilet.
Like a mask.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have that problem.
Wait. So your wiener's not big enough to go over the side?
Yeah. I gotta
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
can you write me another instruction manual?
Yeah,
for
no
that?
problem.
Your wife's leaning in right now to agree with you.
No, she was ready.
But you know,
Listen. I want to take a vote.
Okay.
I can't take a shit
Vote.
in plastic bags because it eats the plastic.
God damn.
or what you saying, Josh? What's the vote?
No, he just
That was
wanted
it.
us to
You
say.
know-
Oh, okay.
No,
You just
those-
wanted to say that. Okay.
Oh,
There you go.
Josh, what's your rant? Who should fuck off this week?
no, fuck off. Okay, I'm saying.
Do it.
I'm a black man. If you haven't noticed.
What?
Oh shit. Sorry.
I'm out of here. Sorry.
Damn it. No, okay, fuck. I'm a black man, and I know how I feel about things. And so, I'm tired. Of people telling me how I'm supposed to feel about things as a black man. Okay? Like, I know what my experience has been, and I guess that's what it comes down to. I know what my experience has been, and anybody who tries to tell me what I'm supposed to feel. I work at this dealership, and it's like fuck. Don't talk to me about the Irish experience. Don't talk to me about the Italian experience. Because the fact of the matter is, people are still being oppressed. People are still being. I mean, we saw a guy get fucking choked out, man. We saw this guy fucking. So what I'm saying is like, anybody who's trying to tell me what I'm supposed to feel, yeah, fuck off, man. Like, get the fuck off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. Well,
I know. We should all.
Well,
clap for that.
we'll drink to that.
Yeah. I was gonna say drink. I was gonna clap.
I vote for that.
Jed, do you want to who should fuck off?
I think Dolores Umbridge should fuck off for sending all of our kids back to Hogwarts when the Death Eaters are out in the population, spreading throughout the population unchecked.
I just started watching that movie again.
Yeah,
I get the reference.
Obviously, by that, I'm talking about Betsy DeVos.
Yes.
It's utterly, once again, she is a villain out of a pop culture book and movie. Like, it is so brazen in how gleeful and villainous she is. And you know, again, it's just always automatically then just works its way back up to Trump for enabling and creating the entire fucking situation. But she has provided no actual leadership, no actual guidance, no actual tools, no actual effort, and has undermined any and every attempt and effort to protect our children. I'm lucky enough to live in Los Angeles County, where the LAUSD made the correct decision and is doing distance learning. So my daughter just graduated recently, so she's out, but my son is going into 7th grade, and he's doing it from home, and that's its own challenge. It's not easy, but at least I don't have to worry about a kid who can't remember to brush his teeth or lies about it, remembering or caring to wear his mask and keep 6 feet away from his fellow students. So fuck Betsy DeVos.
Yeah, fuck that Betsy DeVos.
Yeah, and to piggyback off that too, like they're always like, well, not that many children will die. And of course that's terrible in and of itself.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, but they'll also spread the virus. They'll give it to teachers, they'll bring it home to their grandparents, it will cause the whole country to have a spike. It's not just about the kids. Which
Kids are
even
disgusting.
would be terrible
Right.
on its own.
I don't even like kids, and I still don't want them to die. But then on top of that is it's going to kill us adults. So then it becomes a selfish need for the kids to be protected.
Well, that's
Jeff's
it. That's what
father
comes down
of two
to.
doesn't like children.
That's right. It's on the record.
It's a great character.
Dave, who should fuck off?
All right. I'm gonna have two, if you don't mind. One's just a quick piggyback off of what Josh has to say. Sports has started up again, and as you can see, it's been an overwhelming support for Black Lives Matter. they're putting it on the field. Players are taking a knee for the anthem, and just being on different like social media sites. Like I follow my teams. Of course, they're all like the Mariners, who will never go back to the playoffs again, or. But you look at their social media sites, and they're like, "Oh, I'm done with the Mariners because they kneeled during the anthem." It's like, well, fuck off, man. Like, this is how sports is. This is what we're here. This is what we're watching. And if you don't like it, then go fucking watch some cornhole championship or like fucking lawnmower racing or something like that, because you're not going to get away from it. This is how it is now. Like, Black Lives Matter, and if you don't like it, shut the fuck up and go fuck yourself. That's one. Two, anybody who watched that Axios interview with Trump and still thinks that Trump is a coherent person that is able to lead this country for the next 4 years can seriously go fuck themselves in the ass with a fucking like garbage disposal or something. He looked like a goddamn geriatric
I've seen that
patient.
video. It didn't work out well.
I tried to watch it. I got in like 12 minutes, and it was just like I couldn't stand listening to him. He was just like, no.
Dave, you should watch the whole thing.
It's worth
a real treat.
Just for watching Jonathan Swan react to everything. It's gorgeous.
When he starts pulling
brilliant.
out the graphs, you're just like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
It's
the
like
graphs.
He's trying to make sense of the graphs. We're the
It was
lowest. We're the highest. On what?
It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
It was like the guy who didn't do any of the work in the group project had to present, and he didn't read anything, and he was just like, all right.
We're number one.
Yo, can I just say this? That's what kills me. Barack Obama gets up there and he pulls together. I mean, he literally like, okay, we've all done. I say okay a lot. I'm sorry, I'm drunk.
No, that's all right.
Sorry.
It's worst things
Go
you
for
say.
it. That's the point of the show.
Vote! Go out and vote!
Okay.
Yeah.
Obama's a constitutional.
My favorite part of that interview was when he first takes out the graphs and he says, "The U.S. leads the world, ... in numerous categories." Like, did not even take himself on what the papers.
My favorite part was when he was getting grilled on his respect level for John Lewis. And like keep getting asked like over and over again, like, yeah, but like, what do you feel about him? How do you, and finally it's like, well, he did a lot of great things for civil rights. And I'm sitting there and I turned to my wife, I said, oh, good guess. That's all it was. He had no fucking clue. He never bothered. The only thing he cared, and he kept harping on how it doesn't matter. It's not important to me that he didn't show up to my inauguration. And then all he'll talk about is how he wouldn't show up to his inauguration.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
But he doesn't care. It doesn't matter. He had every right. No problem. Doesn't matter. But then that's the only thing that mattered.
I feel Jonathan,
please,
Jonathan guy, like he actually like how composed he is, just in like and persistent of being like, but when are we going to get that test? When are we going to get that test? When?
He wouldn't let him go on any of the questions, like every single one. If he didn't answer it, or he didn't try, or kept getting interrupted, Jonathan kept circling back and kept trying to nail him on it, and also was so willing to correct him on every single lie that came out of his mouth. It was gorgeous.
Like, I don't know how Trump puts up with them. Like how does he get into that position? Like, what the fuck kind of respect is he getting from him?
Well, but that's the other thing too, is American journalists don't want to be as tough on him because they want to keep their media access. They want him to keep talking to them. But foreign journalists are just like, I don't fucking care. I'm going to interview him the way that I want to interview him. So whenever I hear someone with an accent start interviewing Trump, I'm like, oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because they're not going to care.
Yeah.
Anyway, my fuck off this week goes to all of the Senate Republicans. All the Senate Republicans, Jett, because the House passed their $3.4 trillion CARES Act bill in May, and we assumed, I say we as though I work in Congress, but we from the left assumed that we weren't going to get that, but that they were going to give us a counteroffer, and they waited until a week before everyone's unemployment benefits dropped to even do anything. Then they came up with their bill, which was so stupid that Trump even called it semi-irrelevant. Then McConnell decided, I don't even care, I'm not even going to do my job, and now he's not even in the negotiations anymore. It's just Pelosi, Schumer, and the White House.
Wow.
It's amazing how a group of people that make $174,000 a year, who aren't even in the city that they work at half the time, have the balls to complain about people who are unemployed through no fault of their own. That's all. That's
You know what
all
it's like? It's like getting friend zoned. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? You know what?
Please expand.
Friend zone's a good thing, because listen, you gotta be friends first. You gotta get to know somebody. You gotta get to know somebody before you can do the thing with somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got.
Hey,
But no one should do the thing with Mitch McConnell.
I got to point
No.
out here that
It's
Josh
terrible
was
fun.
with a guy named Blake, who's like he used to model, and every week it's like a new, incredibly gorgeous woman who's over at his house, and like I don't know how you put up with that, Josh, but congrats.
Listen,
Yeah,
Dave.
yeah.
First and foremost, I'm so grateful to be neighbors with you, dude. You're awesome, man. All your friends are awesome. Y'all are, yo. This is what I live for. This feels like college.
Yeah.
I'm glad that people are having these conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never ends,
Cheers.
man.
Well,
And the
we're
drinking.
glad to have you. We're glad to have you, Josh. I just looked it up. Mitch McConnell has 3 daughters, which means he's fucked at least 3 times.
Wow.
So that's disgusting.
Wait.
Are any of
We're
the
gonna leave
twins?
it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does Mitch McConnell's daughters look like? I gotta check.
I can just picture they're all like they're
Yeah,
Ninja
Google
Turtles,
it.
but females. All right.
We're coming to you, Reddit. Reddit, we're coming to you.
All right. Well, thank you
It's gonna
very
be weird
much,
if they're
everybody.
not over 18.
We're going to end it right there.
Thank
It's
you,
been a good
guys.
show. I'm drunk. Hopefully, everybody else is.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know one person is.
See you guys. See everybody in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Next time.
Holy